everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is AJ's Farm, and if you're new here, I'm AJ. And yes, I already messed up this intro, but I'm gonna roll with it anyways. So today we're going to be talking about the wiring harness on a Allis Chalmers B. And there's this guy that commented on one of my videos, and Folk Farms. I don't know if you want a shout out, but there you go. Just subscribe to him. He's a really cool guy. But if we go here, as you've seen, I have two. Oh yeah, I got the pins out and I got into a brace, and you can really see where my two different tan lines are. One and two. Yes. But as you all know, I have a 1939 and a 1939, which is out there. Now, they're easy wiring harnesses on these two beauties. They're both the same. Now, they're pretty darn simple wiring harnesses. The old man, put a shut-off switch up here so he didn't have to get off the tractor, come up here, and push this and go brrr. All he wanted was to be able to shut it off right here. Like if he pulled up on somebody, the tractor's really loud and it's brrr, so he can just brrr, shut it right off. Now, it's very simple. It's just a switch or a pull knob that goes to whatever, that came off of whatever. Mine's a switch, like flipper switch, but you have one wire that comes through here, and then that runs up here and just hooks to this, and push in. Well, this one's backwards, but pull out to shut off, push in to run. Mine is push down to shut off, push up to like flip up to start. But these are magnetos, so if you ground out the motor, they shut off. You just go brrr, shuts them off. That's the same thing with mine, but you can take these off and then just run the wire right to here. But I like this option so you can still just ground it out. But if you do touch this and then touch another piece of metal that is bare metal, you will get shocked. You touch this, then like touch that, brrr, shuts the motor off. And it will shock you, which is very fun. But that's the basic wiring harnesses. Now, excuse me. Let's go out into the brighter light here. Let's go over here, and I'll explain a little bit like the actual wiring harnesses to like a later model, to like a 45. Let's put it right there, base model. Now, your throttle linkage is up here. It'll be up here, and then you'll have a little box right here. Now, the box has your ignition, has your lights, and I think that's it. I'll put a little picture of the box, and then this is cut off to where this is where the battery sits right here. The battery sits right there, and you have a negative and a positive, and that runs to, there's switches that run to here. I'll show it a little better on the Farmall when I get that back, or I'll show you it today. But hold on, let me go check on the dog. Well, I took a detour. There's a burn pile, but we're gonna come over here, and I'm gonna show you on this because it's here. Now, they're almost the same. So there will be, if you come back here up onto the thing, right here will be your pull switch, is what you have. You would pull that, and then you would have your light switch, you would have your amperes, or your amps right here, your voltage meter, and then you would have this, and then you would have a starter, a pull starter, and a choke up on your operation station, and you would have gear selector, but your gear selector is there, and all your stuff is up in the front, as you would have on one of those. Now, the wiring is pretty darn simple. You have your little box here that runs your lights. You would have one switch. You'd have from your fuse up to, no, you would have, let me think. You would have two wires that run to your switch, or yeah, 2 wires, 1 or 2 wires that would run to your switch from here and here. Right here is something that I don't know what the guy put on here. But if we move all these light wires here, these 2 would run your switch, which would be the same on there, but they would be in the box. Right there's your light wire. And then these 2, I think, run to your switch as well for the fuse. So these run through, and then these 2 wires run through to your switch. Then you have your battery connections. It'd be positive or negative ground. No, positive ground. There we go. It'd be positive ground. So this would go on the positive. This would go on the negative. And then, get out of here, fuel line. And then you would have all your wiring and stuff would run up to a voltage regulator, which would then, would then run the power to your generator. And then your positive ground, this wire right here would run right to your starter, so that would give power to your starter over here. There's the starter. And then when you pulled that, it's a basic easy. You just pull that, give her throttle, vroom, fires up, should, if you don't need choke. But that's the basics of the wiring harness. And if you have lights, you would just figure out, I don't know much about lights and stuff, but these would all, like, let me put the camera on here. I don't really know much about lights, so you would have to, like, Google it or something, but that's the basics of a wiring harness. I wish I had, like, a 45 Allis B or 45 Allis Chalmers, something that had a battery on it, but that's the basics. So you have, on here, there's a fuse that runs to your switch, and that's on that little square box that you have. So it'd be like your amps, I think it's your amps on the top, your switch in the middle, and then your lights on the bottom. I'll put a box up here. As I said, I'll put a box up on the video screen when I edit and stuff. You'll probably already seen that, but that's what the box is. And then if yours has hydraulics, there will be another, I think, a hydraulic temp on there. And every Allis Chalmers on the hood, of course, right here would be your temp gauge. And yes, and there was a guy from Canada that commented on one of my videos. The water jackets are all plugged. Nothing, as you can see, nothing looks good. It's all crusted. It's got the whatever you call it, the non-good stuff, the stuff that tries to seal your cylinder walls. They try to fix the cracks in it that don't work. It's stuck. It does not roll over. I should be able to spin this by hand, and of course, it was in gear, but the gears don't matter. It's still locked up. So, yes, it's locked up. It don't run. It's a parts tractor. I would love to get this running, but it's a parts tractor. If you need, like, the head off it, the head's fine. I think so, but I hope it is, because I hope the head's fine. But it's a parts tractor. We don't use it. We bought it off a guy for, like, $500 or something. And, yeah. Also, I sold the sickle bar mower. Sold the sickle mower right over there. It's that thing. I sold it. It's, bye-bye. It's going to be gone in a couple days. Or maybe today, tomorrow, next day. I don't know. But it's sold. Let's go check on the garden. But, I did the electronical video for you guys. There you go. It's not that hard. It's just that you gotta hook up the right stuff, because if you don't, you're in trouble. But I'm over here. Tomatoes are doing great. I'm trying to pick some of these up here and get them up onto there. Pick this one up. You'd think they'd be long enough to reach, but slice that one down there like that. Alright, we'll try and just leave that one alone. Let me actually, I'm gonna pull that one up. That one like that. That one like that. I don't know why I'm talking that way, but the garden's doing good. As you see, it's doing very well. We've got a little tomato right there. The sunflowers are very, very tall. They're almost maybe 3.5 feet tall. Alright, there we go. Just lift them up a little bit. But let's, we got some rain last night, so that's good. Got more rain, which is amazing. Got a little tomato right there. Got some starting on that one. Got a whole bunch starting, but I don't have enough tomato cages for all the plants to be, to like get put up. I don't have enough. I don't have enough to do it, so I'm trying to do my best, but I don't have enough tomato cages. Let's try and push that through, pull that through. Yeah, this is what I do almost every day. Come out here and move them. Make sure they're all in good shape. Come down here. Got some right there growing. These sunflowers are still pretty small. Those ones are just huge. The camera don't do justice. But yeah, ooh, we got some weird tacky mushrooms. Potatoes are doing great. Potatoes are somewhat doing good. They're doing good here. They're doing good in the middle. They're doing good down there, but they're not doing good in the middle and down there. But that row's doing great. So that's the garden. That's your wiring. How to wire a Farmall or Allis Chalmers. They're about the same, but you guys wanted, well, somebody wanted it. You got it. There you go. I'm gonna get this video uploaded today. I gotta go to a funeral at 2. So, yeah, God bless. Have a great one.